be going over here is just a little bit of tips for, well, zombies. And basically, the main idea with zombies is, since, well, there's a ton of zombies, and you're basically going to hop onto the heli, find a mission, hop onto the heli, and then you take that heli to, well, what is New York, and then you complete that mission, call in exfil, and then you get out. Of course, oh shoot, yeah, just ignore the double markers there. Of course, there can be some issues with that, especially at nighttime. You get a little bit of a night bonus at nighttime, but the rewards for like killing zombies they're a bit of an issue there. You can kill like a few hundred zombies, get like 30 bucks. So you kind of want to avoid trying to make money from just killing zombies because it's not very sustainable. So in that case, you'd probably want to be a little bit more stealthy. In order to be a little bit more stealthy, you'd need something like a suppressor. Most people who've been playing this for a little while will probably bring suppressors on both of their guns. I am running both guns unsuppressed this time. This is a little bit of a proof of concept, and I hope most people know that suppressors do prevent a whole horde for coming at you if you shoot a single shot at nighttime. Like, for example, if you're a survivor and you don't really have access to suppressors because the loot doesn't, well, most loot guns do not have suppressors. The moment, like, say, small horde or say a single guy who catches you off guard and you have your gun out, the moment you pop a single shot off, that is alerting like 3 different blocks around you of your location, and the game's gonna spawn in a fuck ton of zombies, and you are going to get swamped and killed. There's really no way around it. Even if you have like a literal machine gun, an M249 machine gun, or PKM, you're not gonna survive that. You'll probably get bogged down, and when they do hit you, the zombies, they will slow you down a little bit. They'll impede your movement. Well, slower than I am here. They'll impede your movement a little bit, which does cause quite a lot of issues, especially if there's a massive horde behind you. If anyone's really played zombies, they'll probably know this by now. Avoid making too much sound. Running around, breaking windows. I haven't done that much testing on breaking windows, but I do know that they do attract zombies. They're definitely not as much as a gunshot like this. Probably didn't hear that audio very well. A little bit of ammo there. Turn my audio up a bit. All this stuff has been looted already. Not like I can even carry much. This is continuous one of these. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just completing a bit of a mission here. I have to blow up the strikers. It's not too difficult to find the strikers. These strikers are, no. It's usually an easy mission, just because the strikers are usually in not too bad of a spot. Oh my gosh, are usually not too bad of a spot. Like one of them is near the river, near the infiltration point I just used right there. Holy, I'm lagging pretty badly. And these two are sort of on the edge of what I call the inner quarantine zone, with like these little evacuation signs and that yellow paper. And see, that is, once you cross one of those gates, you'll have a lot more enemies to deal with. So this particular mission isn't too difficult. Oh, another survivor here. Yeah, he just fired an unsuppressed shot right there. Oh, he's got all his gear on. Okay. Alright, so we got a bit of a horde here. So this is just a handgun. Yeah, if you'll notice, after I fired those shots, these guys sort of realized. Probably not going to sacrifice this run just for the sake of demonstrating it, but it does attract quite a big horde when you fire unsuppressed. Basically at all. Okay, just make sure you shoot them while they're down. Shooting unsuppressed at nighttime is death sentence. Shooting unsuppressed during the daytime, No, you're not gonna have issues with that. It's you're in broad daylight anyways. You'll be fine. That's why I'm not really scared to do it here. I'm basically just firing away. I don't know. Another gas filter. I've got like 15. And the hordes that happen at nighttime are basically impossible to survive. If you have like a pretty good duo, and both of you guys are decently experienced at the game, you should be able to survive it. But you're gonna have to use some tactics here and there. One of them is actually standing on cars. If you find a car that doesn't have snow around it and you just stand on the top. For now, they're probably gonna. Here's an example. There's no suppressor on that one, so that's one of the examples of how they tend not to have suppressors on loot guns. So that's one of the reasons why these guys probably won't end up having suppressors, especially if you're a survivor. It's I don't think I've ever found like a suppressed weapon, at least not in like a normal spot. This is also pretty good loot because this is, like as I said, inner quarantine zone, pretty good spot. Got lots of these little med bags. Okay, that was a little bit erratic, that shooting of mine. As you can tell, there's a good bit more here, and as you saw by the military zombies I just took down back there. Oh shit. Oh, time for my primary. Yeah, this is a daytime horde. I guess shooting unsuppressed was a bit of a mistake here. I've attracted a little bit of company. Oh, it's a good thing they're stuck on the box. Also, this is a semi-automatic only. This is an AR-15. I assume what the devs did here is they're simulating a civilian. Oh fuck! They're simulating a civilian AR-15, which is of course semi-automatic. Some idiots might think they're all fully automatic and think AR means automatic rifle. I'll tell you, it doesn't. It's not what it means, but most civilian ARs are semi-auto. I just found this one. It had like the little. It was pretty plain. I kind of like how it looked, so I basically picked it up. The gun I was using before was it was an M16A2. Don't ask how I got that. Hell, why am I even using that? I personally usually like to run unsuppressed weapons. Even during even in open world, I really like unsuppressed weapons. I just think they sound better. All suppressed guns in this game, most games, they all sound the same. That same little hushed tone, basically. I mean, that's what they're meant to do, but it gets a little bit plain after a while. Now it's getting kind of dark. I could basically sacrifice myself as an example here, but I'm not too keen on doing that. I might as well do it once the exfil gets close. I don't have any full auto guns, so if you don't know, full auto does help quite a lot here. BRM5 full auto is usually not critical. I mean, if there's like a burst only weapon, like an M16 or something, that's not going to deduct too many points off of how good it is as a weapon. Yeah, since I don't have a suppressor here, I think I may have doomed us all. Possibly. Okay. It's actually turning to nighttime here, so this may actually be game over. Okay, we're actually going to attract quite a horde here. I'm a little bit concerned. There should be a lot of people calling for exfil, so I might just default mine. Oh shoot, yeah, I just called an exfil like 20 seconds ago. Okay. That's what we call a pretty shitty situation. Usually if I had a suppressed weapon, I wouldn't be concerned like shooting guys in front of me, because, well, suppressed weapons, I believe how it works in this game, this is complete theory craft. This has nothing to do with any real source. I haven't even checked. I believe how it works is the suppressor has like a much shorter like sound distance, I guess, for zombies. Because I've had it where I've shot like a zombie and like 10 meters away, the next zombie realizes, of course, because their buddy just got shot. And with an unsuppressed gun, I've had either me or a duo I'm working with, a buddy I'm working with for like a duo, fire a single shot, and then the entirety of New York just comes running towards us. In this area, actually. Exactly. I might demonstrate here. I could turn on nods. Oh, what? Turn on my strobe. Oh, what am I doing? White light. I've got 2 flashlights on mine. Okay, so I'm probably gonna call an exfil here, and then I'll probably take a few pot shots, and then it might be a bit risky, but might as well. Okay, so you see the guys up there? Oh, that's a lot. Okay, I'm gonna call in an exfil right to this location. Once the heli starts coming out, I'm gonna take some pot shots at him. I wonder where they're going. He's kind of running, but that's sort of like an idle animation. I believe someone might have done the Deep End Part 2 quest. Oh shit, yep, you hear that? A single unsuppressed, you see a few unsuppressed shots right there. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Yeah, you hear that? And now they're all on the move. Okay, I'm gonna take some pot shots. I'm not even aiming. Oh, there's a whole clump of them right there. Yeah, I think that was one of the snipers. And that's of course the heli's machine guns. Yeah, you can tell just the sheer amount of them at nighttime. That's probably one of my issues with this game mode, I guess. Just the sheer amount of enemies that appear at night. A suppressor becomes basically required. This handgun is not working the range, of course. I don't know why I'm trying to take 100-meter shots with a handgun, especially with a 30-round mag. You can tell, got decent score there, 40 kills. There we go. Got most of my money from the missions, of course. That's how most of this works. My pistol better serves its purpose pretty well. I have way too much ammo on this pistol. But as you see, that I believe it was an NPC. Some of the missions have like a NPC sniper with like a Remington spawn in. It was probably one of those guys, and took a few shots and basically alerted half that city. That was a pretty open area. If you're like down there, sort of more downtown, I guess, closer, more urban area near a quarantine zone, you are gonna die. I mean, you saw how it was like even during daytime. At nighttime in that area, you make too much sound with a full auto blast, especially if like a more junior person just makes a mistake and starts panic firing. You're all gonna die. There's no other way around it. So I was just try to keep a suppressor on. If you're not, be a bit more aware on where you're shooting and when you are.